Hello everybody and welcome to Pigknit. If you're not familiar with my channel, nice to meet you. My name is Jessie. This week is my 1 year ago, sometime this week, I don't remember the exact date. I feel like it was the 15th of July, I don't remember. But Friday, this time of year last year, was when I posted that very first Pokemon video. The one that took off and naturally when you're gonna celebrate your 1 year anniversary of a Pokemon video, what do? You draw a Frappucino from Starbucks. This video idea was inspired by a commenter who suggested that I draw a tiny little drink from Starbucks. I was going to do a Pokemon video, but I didn't really want to. And I would never say I regret ever posting that video because it obviously did really well. And I've gotten subscribers. If you're a subscriber that's from the Pokemon video and you're still here and you're watching this, obviously you're not just here for the Pokemon videos, which is amazing. But I definitely know I have a lot of subscribers that are only here for Pokemon videos. So when I get a lot of subscribers like that, I'm like, that's not necessarily the demographic that I'm going for, I guess. I'm drawing Starbucks. And I'm sure I'll do ooh, oh my god, a friend. I think I'll definitely keep doing more generations of the Pokemon and keep working up. I think I'm up to 5 at this point. This is where my next video will be the 5th generation. But judging by the response from the last video, from the 4th generation, it didn't really get the same amount of views as the other ones did. It didn't get as much interaction. So to me, that says people are losing interest, and so for me, I'm like, okay, that's fine with me because that's not what I want my channel to be about anyways. Oh my god, I've been rambling about this for ever. Okay, change the subject. This video that you are watching with your eyeballs right now was my first video that's been filmed in my new office. I know. Very exciting. It's not done yet. Currently, Justin is doing the top tier of the desk. So we're gonna have we have the regular desk. I'm gonna insert a picture which kind of shows we're a little further along than the picture shows, but you'll get an idea of what the desk is really looking like. It's coming along, and the desk top is done. And now he made this little, I don't know what you want to call it. It's a second tier to the desk that's just gonna be for the monitors, so that they can be a little higher than the rest of the desk, and then we can store stuff underneath that tier. Let's call it a stage. The desktop stage. Very soon we will be moving my desk portion with my computer and stuff, I believe. I'm not positive. And then we still have to build the upper cabinets, the other desk. We have to redo the closet, so it's gonna be a while. It'll probably take until the end of the summer. And then when we're done with it officially, officially done with everything, I'm gonna obviously do a studio tour. That's really exciting. But another really exciting piece of information. Wait, I have another one. Today, this is exciting just about today. I caught this stuffed crayon in the claw machine at our grocery store, and you don't understand. These claw machines at this specific grocery store is called Tops. If you're familiar with Tops, it's a local, I don't know how far out of Western New York it goes. Tops has claw machines that I thought for sure were impossible because they would do that thing where you would have it and you would see it clench down on your stuffed animal, and then you'd physically see the claw let go, straight up rigged. Today I decided that I saw this little stuffed crayon and I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna go for it. Don't you know it? I caught it! It was technically, I caught it because it snagged on the tag, but hey, miracles can happen. So I gave it to the dog. I'm gonna give her until the end of the evening before she destroys it. But another amazing update. So a lot of you, if you have watched my layoff anniversary video with my carrot cake, you would know that July 5th was the 3-year anniversary of the day that I started officially working for myself as a self-employed freelance creative individual. And I was balancing my budget for my own personal business. I have a spreadsheet on Google Docs. I realized that in the month of June and July, both of those months, I earned as much as Justin makes at his desk job, which is more than I was making at my desk job before I got laid off. When I first started, obviously I took a big pay cut, and slowly it's been closing the gap. But I think this is the first time that I've really noticed that I hit that earnings mark without any issues. That is like amazing to me. Even considering that my Etsy sales have been pretty much in the dumpster all year. So I'm like floored, like that's amazing. And I'm really hoping that it just keeps up. I'm hoping that maybe it just keeps getting better, maybe someday. Justin always says he's waiting for me to strike it rich so that he can quit his job. One of these days, babe. So that's like super exciting and like how convenient. I just realized that on my 3-year anniversary. How's that for timing? One thing that I wanted to bring up in today's video is I wanted to talk about some freelance thoughts. Some of you like have asked me to do more content on freelancing and like how to become a freelance illustrator. If you have any specific ideas for like maybe a specific question that I could focus on or like a multitude of questions, like if you're interested in that, just put your thoughts in the comment section below, something that you've been wondering or something that you'd like to know more about what I do. Before I realized that the last 2 months I was making more than I had been pretty much all year and pretty much since I started freelancing, I noticed that it had been over a year since I'd actively seeked out a freelance job. So that meant that the only work that I was getting was work that was coming directly to my inbox, like people were finding me. When I started doing freelance, it was basically just like grasping at straws, like you're getting anything you can, you're quoting like pretty freaking low because you don't really know how much to quote. That's a really hard thing to figure out. I still struggle with that. I'm still inching up my hourly rate little by little. When I first started, I used a lot of sites that were kind of like a platform that people feel safe searching for freelancers and also feel safe searching for clients because it's protected under this platform. So like Fiverr is one of them, which I absolutely hated Fiverr. I have a lot of thoughts about Fiverr. I hate Fiverr. The other one was Upwork, which used to be called elance.com and now it's called Upwork. And I still have a portfolio on Upwork. I don't really do a lot of work through there. I have a couple of old clients that come back to me and they were really easy to work with, so I don't have any issues working with them. But I used to do a lot of these little jobs that maybe in the end would make like $50. That's obviously like not enough. And what I'm realizing now is that I'm really sick of taking jobs that are really small and just not worth it, because I'm realizing that I'm putting a lot of my own stuff off, like stuff that doesn't necessarily make money but could potentially make money. Like YouTube, for example. That's a great example of something I'm putting a lot of work into YouTube. It's not bringing me much of anything right now, but really what I'm working for more than anything is getting myself out there and building an audience and getting to know other artists. And I know that it will pay off, and it already has started to just because of freelance clients that I've been getting from it. But it's definitely something that when you make the video, you upload the video, the return you get on that video is like peanuts, unless you get tons of views, which I do not. So I am realizing that I'm putting a lot of stuff on hold because every week I'll get an email from a client that's like an old client and they kind of got grandfathered into my old rate, which is like way too low, and they want a job. And then I realize that by the time I'm done working with them, I go back and forth with all these emails, and it wasted like 3 days of my time of just being interrupted, because you have to remember that just a small interruption can throw off an entire day, really. And I think that's what I've been like realizing is like, man, you know, this job, start to finish, when I time myself, it really only took 2 hours. But all of this back and forth with emailing took this morning and that afternoon and this morning and that afternoon, and sending the files and getting changes. And in the end, I made less than what I should make in a single day. That's not worth it to me. And I think I'm just starting to realize this. What I want to do is I'd really like to simplify what I'm doing and like cut out the fat and just do bigger jobs and just start to turn down smaller jobs. And this week was one of the first times that I turned down an old client that I used to always say yes to. And honestly, I hated working with this client. It's never been worth the money that I got. It's never been worth it, but I feel guilty because he's like really nice. But he came to me asking for more work this week, and I finally was like, I'm sorry, but I can't. And and honestly, that's a big step for me. If you guys like this video, let me know by giving it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you want to see more. And leave a comment below if you're a coffee drinker. Let me know what's your favorite restaurant that you go to for your favorite delicious beverages. And also, what is your go-to order? Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next week.